Hey guys, Huzz here bringing you another video, and buckle in because this one's probably going to be quite long for a patch note video. So this is patch 8.23, so this is the pre-season patch, so all the big changes that they are making, basically for Season 9, are now in the game. They are, I think, holding off on a couple that might be coming in 8.24, which I think 8.24 is the last patch for Season 8, and then patch 9.0 will be Season 9 in January. So yeah, this one's going to be quite long. So yeah, buckle in, enjoy, let me know what you think of the changes down in the comment section below, and remember, hit that like button if you do like what I do. Yeah, okay. Aatrox is the first victim to change. He has his, again, one of the things we might be doing just to save a bit of time is we'll look at the little text here, and then we'll quickly go over the numbers, and then that's how we'll do it. So his R duration is being decreased, and now always grants full heal if blood well is over 80% filled. Okay, interesting. So instead of it being 12 seconds long, it's now going to be 10 seconds long, which I think is a well-needed change. Aatrox's ult, basically, which makes him, if he dies when he's got his ult up, then it's like Tryndamere ult that he kind of just stays alive, gets his health back, etc. I think that's fine. Again, they are slightly changing that if you stay above 80% in your blood well, you get all the health. Interesting. That's fine with me. I think it's a good nerf because I think his dive potential was a little bit too obnoxious. 2 seconds is, 2 seconds. I'll take it. Ezreal, W base damage increased, AP ratio now scales with rank. Interesting. R damage decreased against minions and non-epic monsters, but no longer falls off per target hit. Okay, that's fine. One thing interesting to do is if they're not looking to fix the bug that I can't remember the player that pointed it out, but how the flash queuing works on Ezreal, or how it doesn't work anymore. I did hope they'd fix that in this patch, but maybe they'll get it on the next one. But the base damage has gone up a little bit by itself. And that, again, remember, the W itself does no damage. This is for the auto attack or the proc. That after you hit somebody with W, then the proc of a little bit of damage extra. This is what that is. So it's starting a bit higher, and it's also ending higher. And it's also having AP ratios, which is, again, you're probably still going to be playing mainly AD Ezreal, but you do maybe buy, if you're going to go for the double tier build, you'll have a Xerath. So that will increase the W damage of Ezreal a little bit. And then the ultimate, it no longer they take half damage, but then no longer the fall off is removed. Okay, that is a little bit of a nerf for wave clear, that I do say, because 50% reduced damage, that's quite a lot, where before it was minimum 30% and 10% for each. Okay, I think it's a little bit of a nerf, but we'll see. Lysandra, new passive, mana regen growth increased, QW cost decreased, W damage increased, short E dashes are faster, and R ratio decreased. A lot of changes to Lysandra, which is a bit weird, because, there you go. Despite her recent presence at Worlds, I was literally going to say, she was played at Worlds. She's not very bad, she's not bad, but anyway. So, she now has level 1 bonus attack speed. Lysandra now has 5% bonus attack speed at level 1. Okay. Weird. Her mana regen growth has been doubled, so that's helpful. Her basic attacks, the missile speed has gone up by 200, so that's like faster auto attacks. That's kind of nice. And I guess with the level 1 attack speed, hell yeah. Her passive is new. When an enemy dies near Lysandra, they become frozen thrall. Frozen thralls seek out living enemies, slowing their movement speed when nearby. After a few seconds, frozen thralls shatter from that intense cold, dealing magic damage in an area. Frozen Thralls chase enemies for 4 seconds before exploding, and it does base damage 120 to high damage of 520 base. Then also has a 0.3 ratio, and then also has a 25% slow. So if you're wondering what the hell is this, so combine Maokai E, the sapling, combine that with the spooky ghost item. I actually call it spooky ghosts. What's the actual name? Twin Shadows, I think. Combine those two things, you've got Lysandra's new passive. It's pretty effective. Again, in the middle of a team fight, when everybody's bulking up, when you kill one person, that little freezy thing is going to be slowing people and stuff. I think that's pretty cool. I like the passive quite a bit. And I probably will continue to play Lysandra because I recently have picked her up. Q-Shard, it has less mana cost, and remember, she's got more mana regen and then also less mana cost, so they're basically just allowing her to have a better lane phase, because again, Lysandra has struggled with mana quite a bit. Her old passive, again, was a mana passive that every 18 seconds, I want to say, at rank 1, she got a free ability. Well, obviously, that's no longer a thing. So they are helping in that fact. But I think this is actually quite a big buff. So the Q is mana increased, and it was used to be 75 mana all ranks. Even at max rank 5, it's still not as high as it used to be. That's saying something. W is now gone down by 10 mana. It also does less damage at base, and also, so they've nerfed the damage of W, but that is completely fine. W to me was just a complete utility spell. It didn't need to do damage. And then the E, the claw speed has gone up considerably, but it accelerates. Oh, wait, sorry, it decelerates. So initially the claw is going to go out at 1200 speed, very quick. Then it's going to slow down to 640. So it basically enables you to just do little quick jumps to escape a gank or, like, you know, get out of a hook really quick. I like that. I think it's a good change. And then and by the way, the time to reach the maximum distance hasn't changed. So it's not really a nerf, that's just a pure buff. Frozen Tomb has gone down a little bit in AP ratio, which is getting a bit nerfed, but I think she's gaining more strength from her passive. Again, her passive never used to do damage. She's now doing damage with her passive, that type of thing. So I think that's fine. Talia, are they making her back into a jungler? Who knows? Into a mid laner. Q cooldown, cost, work ground duration increase. Q multi-hit damage penalty now applies to everything, not just champions. Oh, snap. That is a nerf to jungle Talia. Wow. So we're siphoning some of Talia's monster minion killing strength into power that helps her in wider. So basically it's saying, we're taking away jungle clearing power and we're putting it back to mid lane. Basically. I'm sorry if you're a Talia jungle player. Cooldown on Q has gone vastly down, which might help to jungling, but we'll go over the next thing in a second. The mana cost has gone down. Multi-hit damage, so here we go. So when you hit the same target, only champions are affected by less damage. Well, now everything takes 50% reduced damage. So that will greatly affect her jungle clearing. Again, it would only not really affect it if it wasn't if it was a half nerf to cooldown, where you can see it's not a half nerf, so the 50% is going to be overpowering the cooldown nerf, basically, or cooldown buff. So that is a nerf. And the work ground duration has gone down greatly, which I'm very happy about. Like, it was whenever I played Talia mid, which I would love. People know in the Avatar, Aang, and all that universe, Earth is my favorite element, and she's an Earthbender. It was just annoying that you had to find these massive, like, circles, and you have to find gaps, and it just made you go into weird positions, because then the enemy knew where you wanted to go to get unworked ground. It was just so easy to beat her. But there, work ground duration is no longer affected by cooldown reduction, so that's the one thing that they've changed, but it should still be greatly lower than the old one. But yeah, interesting, she might be back in mid. Yorick, just a bug fix, just one that asks Yorick to be a bit more careful when sending his pets after opponents. Okay, they now draw minion and turret aggro onto Yorick if they damage an enemy champion. That makes sense, yeah, it's his damage, so. Okay, so Doran's shield, passive regen now based on missing health. Oh. Huh. Whoa. After taking damage from enemy champ, it used to be regenerate 20 health for over 10 seconds. Now it's regenerate up to 30 health over 10 seconds based on missing health. So the lower you are, the more you're going to get from it. Interesting. It's helping people who are having bad trades. Ginsu's Rage Blade. So now that's the champions done, the little tweaks. Now we're getting into items. If I didn't make that clear. On hit, flat damage increased. Ratios removed. Now grants armor and magic penetration. No longer stacks with AD AP cost decreased. Okay, then. What? So it's cheaper because they're giving less on it, I guess. It no longer does on-hit damage that's both AD and AP. It only does 15 magic damage flat. And it has now magic penetration, which gives 6.5 to 50% magic penetration. Oh, no. Total armor and magic penetration. Oh, okay. Is that even a nerf? Because before it used to do just both AD and AP damage, well, now it's just penetrating with both. So it basically means... Okay, yeah, that's a good change. So think of something like Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw started to do a lot of magic damage because he had Ginsu's that was doing magic damage, right? Well, now, if, like, an AD carry buys this item, but they don't have any magic damage abilities, well, it won't benefit them. So I do think this is a good change. Like, Vayne won't really benefit from Rage Blade as much now because she doesn't have any magic damage. She has AD damage, and her magic damage was coming from the item. Well, now, like, it's 15 magic damage, that's it, instead of doing quite a bit more. So I'm fine with that. Jungle items, monster gold penalty removed. Other preseason changes increase the risks. Farm bounties. Oh yeah, so there's now farm bounties that are in the game. We'll talk about that a bit later. And trade of turret plating of gold funding strategy was originally caused to cause us to introduce the monster hunter penalty, so we don't need it anymore. So basically they are confident that with all the changes of farm bounties and the turret plating, that the gold funneling strategy is no longer viable. Like, no one will be doing it anymore. They're confident enough that they're removing the thing that they did to stop it. I may have not done it yet. Maybe I would have like gone, all right, let's just see if people are trying to do it yet, and then, you know, do it next patch, if, you know, that's just me. Relic shield upgrades are getting a small buff. Yeah, they're getting a small buff. So the threshold is increased, so you can execute minions at a higher health, and also, well, that's pretty much it. So there you go. Wards, trinkets, infantry cap. Whoa! You can no longer have 3 control wards. You can only have 2. That's a nerf to Lee Sin. And then trinket scaling is level of their owners is now to average level of all champs. What? Whoa! So if you get really fed, as a jungler and you buy whatever blue trinket really early to get increased vision, but you're really fed and you're a higher level than everybody else, well, you need to be level 9 you used to be level 9 to get that upgrade. Now it's not going to go that if you're level 9, it's going to be what is the average of the game. So if the average of the game is level 8 and you're level 9, you can't buy an upgraded trinket. Interesting. War duration has gone down, so they're decreasing vision in general by the looks of it, to be honest. Turret plating. So we talked about this at length in one of our videos, so I'm not going to go over it too much, but basically what it is each tower has 5 plates on them, armor shield plates, that each of these shield plates has 1,000 health from memory, if they haven't changed anything. Let's see. Dealing 1,000 damage to an outer turret also causes a plate to break. So there you go. So every single one of these plates has 5,000. Basically, a tower's now got 5,000 bonus health. Each turret plate has 40 armor and magic resist at the start of the game, and when you break one of these plates, the rest of the plates have increase by 30 in armor and magic resist. So basically what they're saying is you're not killing one of these towers before 14 minutes. So they're extending the lane phase, so there's not going to be like, oh, bot lane stomps, they kill the tower, they go top lane, kill the tower. That's not happening anymore. Again, some people have led to the conclusion that, okay, you're delaying lane phase for 14 minutes, and then they're going to be like, okay, mid-game is at 14 minutes, and then mid-game is only going to last 6 minutes, because then at the 20-minute mark, Baron spawns, and that's when you start to do late-game Baron dance. So it's a bit weird. I could definitely see them changing it to the fall off of like when the plates disappear is like 12 minutes. So then at least you have like 12 minutes of lane phase, then 8 minutes of mid game, and then 20 minutes Baron spawns. Boom, you're in late game because the Baron dance starts to happen. I could see that happening, or they basically buff Baron. So Baron's harder to do, therefore the Baron dance at 20 minutes is just not practical, and maybe the Baron dance for late game actually starts at 25 minutes, or you even make Baron spawn at 25 minutes to basically just give mid-game more time to actually develop. But yeah, I like it. I like lane phase. It's actually the area of the game that I need to improve in the most, and if I'm going to be doing it more, I'll improve at it more. So I'm pretty happy about it. Again, each plate that you kill, each 1,000 health plate that you kill is giving 160 gold divided among nearby champions. So if you're top lane and you kill one of these plates by yourself, 160 gold goes to you. If you're bot lane and you and your support kill it, 80 gold to both of you. So it's not crazy rewards, but that's just the way of things. And again, at 14 minutes, all of these plates fall off. The armor and the magic resist falls off, and they'll be a lot easier to kill. So I don't know. I kind of like it. Again, here's something as well that might be new. So if you're literally stomping, you kill one of the plates and you're going to continue smashing these plates down very quick. For 20 seconds after a plate is destroyed, so one of the plates, the tower also gains Bulwark, granting additional 25 armor and magic resist for each nearby enemy champion past the first. What? So basically, if you're 3 or 4 man bot lane, you kill one of the plates. Okay, so firstly, one of the plates is dead, so the increase of 30 armor and magic resist happens to the next plate. Then also for the next 20 seconds, because you killed a plate, we're also going to be increasing the armor and magic resist by 25 for each enemy around past the first one. So I don't think if you're by yourself, it doesn't do this. I'm pretty sure. So if there's 2 of you, it'll increase by another 25 magic resist and armor. If there's 3 of you, it'll increase for 50 armor and magic resist for 20 seconds after 1 plate's destroyed. Riot really doesn't want you to kill these plates before 14 minutes. You have to be stomping really hard, or your opponents have to be AFK, basically. Damn. Turret adjustments. Outer turret health increased, resistance removed. So basically, because of this change, they are nerfing turrets, I think. Or are they not? Wait. No, they're not. Wait, what? I thought they were nerfing them. Outer health increased, resistance removed, all turret AD scaling increased first. Oh, they are kind of buffing them. Wow. God, Riot hates us killing towers. So the gold has gone down for killing a tower because you're going to be getting gold for killing the plates. Health of them has gone up to 5,000. So again, if you're including the 5,000 health from all the plates, 5,000 health by turrets, comparing old to new, turrets used to have 3,800 health. They now technically have, in the first 14 minutes of the game, 10,000 health. Whoa. They also are getting more AD scaling, so instead of having 4 AD per minute, they're actually getting 9 AD per minute. So the actual auto attack that a tower's doing will be hurting a lot more. So you can't dive or anything either. AD cap has gone up at 15 minutes is the highest it can get to 278. That is nearly 100 AD more than it used to be. That's significant. The obviously the armor and magic resist has gone because that is the bone plating. So once the bone plating goes away at 14 minutes, these towers will be very squishy. They just will do a lot of damage. Inner turrets, so a little bit inner ones, they do even more damage, and they're also worth less gold. The inhibitor turrets, same story, and the nexus turrets, same story. So they're just buffing the damage of them and making them worth less gold, basically. Minions and monsters, so we're trying to get through this. How long are we going? Like 15, 16 minutes, something like that? Minion health, AD, and movement speed, scaling increased. Cannon minion spawns faster earlier in the game. Oh, really? It's not the 3rd wave anymore? So the minion changes is damage to turrets has gone down, obviously. Damage to champions has gone down, so they're doing less damage. And the movement speed bonus of them has gone up, maybe? Also, all minion stats now reach their maximum values at minute 37. Unless stated otherwise. Okay, so minute 37 is when the minions hit 6 items, as it were. So melee minions have a little bit more health. They have armor. They have a maximum AD. So before they didn't have armor, they now do. And then Baron buff duration. So this is the buff they're talking about. 70% from champions, 0% from turrets. So that's a nerf, I guess. Caster minions, they get their maximum, obviously, at 37 minutes. They get quite a lot more AD. Same story there. Cannon minions, they scale, obviously, more. They maximum AD. It scales infinitely? Whoa, okay. But they get to 77 at 37 minutes. They spawn every 2 waves. Oh, cool. So instead of... So your second wave is going to be a cannon minion wave, where before it was always the 3rd. So a little bit earlier gold, I guess. Again, these numbers, a lot of them aren't too important. Super minions, the base AD has actually been nerfed. Maximum health has been, its scales, unchanged. They get crazy health. The attack speed has gone up. And big head super minions now show up on the minimap through Fog of War. Oh, what? Why? Okay, that's a bit weird, but sure. Epic monsters respawn time. Oh my god, really? They're doing this? Ah! So, they want to speed up the games, man. So, dragons now spawn every 5 minutes, not every 6. Elder Dragon now spawns every 6, not every 8. That's a big, change. And then Baron is every 6 minutes, not 7. Holy Jesus. Whoa. So the first dragon is the first spawn is later, but the respawn is quicker. So that's how they're changing things. Okay, that's fine. So before you could do Dragon at 2 minutes 30, if you know you were so brave, well now it's at 5 minutes. So this actually is probably a nerf to the cheesy junglers that like to solo it at like 4 minutes in. Like Shaco might be able to. Oh no, level 6. Warwick. Maybe Nunu, Udyr potentially. These champions could actually solo it. If they have a good start, they can, you know, maybe get 1 kill in the first gank, go back, buy an item. A lot of them can go do Dragon at 4 minutes. It's not even up anymore. So that's a bit of a nerf to them. The respawn time has gone down. The kill gold's gone up, so it's now 100, not 25 like a normal minion. And the XP for killing said dragon has also gone up, especially in the early game. Cool. The buffs to them. My god, these games are going to be crazy. Early game, they're buffing. So the Infernal Dragon is being buffed in the early game for a percentage of AD and AP. And that is, well, not early game, the percentage of scaling, sorry. So your first dragon that you get is now 10%, not 8. Second one's 17, not 16. And the final one's 24. So it's a buff to if you only have 1 Infernal Dragon. Same story, I'd say, for Mountain. Yeah, big change. If you only get 1 mountain dragon, you are now going to be doing 16% bonus to structures and epic monsters instead of 10. So that's a big buff. And then same story for ocean. Yes, same story. You're getting 6% out of combat health and regen, mana regen instead of 4. And then cloud dragon, you're getting more movement speed. So just a general all-round buff for dragons. Dragon buffs. Minion XP changes for jungle camps has gone, I presume, up. Jungle camp is unchanged early, reduced late. Really? I thought they'd be giving a small buff to this. So yeah, so they're not buffing the early game XP, but they're buffing the late game XP. What looks to be? Oh no, they're nerfing it. Oh no, they're nerfing it. Okay. Huh. So basically, junglers, you guys got to get ahead, otherwise you're going to fall off, basically. Rune changes. Okay, so this is where I think the rest of the video will be, roughly, or a lot of the remaining video. Again, I'm trying to do this video in under, my goal was 40 minutes. I think we'll make it. Right, so we're at now runes. Rune path bonuses removed. Select to which start. Okay, so let's just quickly talk about this. So before, whenever you went like, you know, domination and precision, it used to give you like a bonus of like, I don't know, attack speed and AD. Well, now it doesn't give you that bonus. You can choose your bonus. I think this is really stupid. Again, I'm not claiming that I'm the creator of this thought because I think Skara was the first one to say it publicly. I did think the thought before I saw his video, but he kind of said it really nicely. And I will take from that. So basically, the new rune system that they did last year was to basically combine the old rune and mastery system. So the old rune and mastery system, you picked like just some raw stats, and you had your masteries that affected your spells and all that type of thing, and gave you more spells. So they did that change, and now this new system has basically made us just go back to the old system. They had a whole year of developing the new rune system. That was all pointless because now we basically just have all the old runes. You know, back in the day, remember you used to get like the yellow runes, the glyphs and the seals, and you had to put those in. That's what these are, like, basically. So, you know, back in the day, a standard rune page from memory was like, oh god, what was it? 9 armor, 9 ability power, maybe some glyphs that gave 15 ability power bonus. So you got just some raw stats. Hey, look. In row 1, you can pick 10 AP or 6 AD. You can pick 9 attack speed or cooldown reduction. Okay, that's roll 1. You can pick one of those 3. Row 2, you can pick 6 AD or 10 AP, 5 armor, or 6 magic resist. Okay, that sounds familiar. The final one, you can pick health, armor, or magic resist. It's just the old runes. Like, if I picked... Okay, I'm going to go for my adaptive force. So I'm playing an AP mage. So I get 10 AP. I'm going to pick more. Then I'm going to pick armor for auto attack resistances. And then I'm going to pick health for being a bit more beefy. I've just got my old rune page back from season 5. Like, why, Riot? Like, you tried so hard to stay away from just raw stats. Again, I agree with Skara. Just remove all that. It's only a benefit if everybody has it. If you remove it, then no one has it anyway. Like, it doesn't make a difference. Just remove it. It's just going to be a fuss that's going to be really hard to balance. Get rid of it. And again, just to clearly show where this is, if I go into runes, just to rid it, but it's down here. So every single time that you change your rune page, which I do every single game, I'm going to be like, oh, go, okay, in the champion select, okay, I'll go attack speed this time, and then, okay, I'm going to go magic resist every single time. That's a little bit tedious, don't you think? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right, let's go back to the patch notes, and where are we? We are going down, boom, down there. Okay, so I think it's a bit weird. Fleet footwork, AP ratio decreased, nerf to Kassadin, basically. That's pretty much that, and maybe Victor for some of them that go fleet footwork. Celerity now amplifies movement speed bonuses rather than all movement speed, no longer grants adaptive force. Oh, that's a small nerf, I think. So movement speed has been increased by 8%, but well, it used to be 1.5, and it's also now got rid of the damage conversion, so the faster you are, the more damage it did. So it's just for movement speed, not for damage anymore. Okay, I'm going to miss that, actually. I like that one. Dark Harvest. So this has been updated quite a bit, I think. Now only procs on low health targets, but no longer requires a soul to have recently been collected. Cooldown partially resets on takedown. No longer stacks of minions and monsters. So this is more for like an assassin pick-off type thing now, I think. Damaging a low health champion deals bonus damage and what harvests their soul, permanently increasing the damage of future procs. So like Shaco, if you're a Shaco player, you're like, oh my god, I'm in love. Because Shaco likes just to go for little low health targets, and every single time you do that, it's going to be increasing how much the proc is, and proc is, and proc is. So that's a buff for Shaco, for sure. Dark Harvest procs against enemy champions below 50% health. So yeah, they have to be below 50% health, and they have to be champions, by the way. This is no longer farming. It's not a farming rune. It's just a damage rune. And it now procs on any damage, not just basic attack. So if you're playing a mage and you want this, you still can. Again, partially I'm thinking Karthus. I think a Karthus with this. Like, I think it, like, if there's 3 people that are low health and Karthus ult, I think it'll only stack from one of them. But still, like, Karthus could be good with this, potentially. And the damage starts at 50, so a bonus 50 damage from Karthus Ultimate at rank 1 is actually pretty good. And then every single time you get a bonus, and it also has an AP ratio, by the way, and then every single time that you get a soul, it does 8 more damage per Harvest's soul. Oh, I want to try Karthus. I'm gonna try Karthus with this. Holy moly, okay. ARAM, don't care. And then the cooldown is 45 seconds, and then resets to 1.5 seconds on champion takedown. Oh my god. So if you're in a team fight, let's just say on Karthus, and you get a champion takedown, instantly, like in 1.5 seconds, you get this proc back up. Holy moly. Ravenous Hunter, the base healing has been decreased. I'm not surprised, the healing was a bit too much. Demolish charge time has been decreased, base damage decreased. So again, they don't want you killing towers, so they're not going to let it do as much damage, are they? So that's not surprising. Shield Bash, this is new. I am going to try this out, and the champion that I'm interested in trying this out the most is actually Poppy. Grants bonus resistances while shielded, because of her passive. Your next basic attack after gaining a shield deals more bonus damage. So literally, yeah, Poppy sounds really good to me. Pick up a passive, go all in. Like, E onto a target and just auto them. Like, you're going to be doing a decent amount of damage, so I like it. Because you're also going to be more tanky. Whenever you gain a shield, your next attack against an enemy champion within 2 seconds of the shield deals bonus adaptive damage, and that damage starts at 4, goes up to 21, 8.5% of the shield's strength plus 1.5 bonus health. I think this is really strong on Poppy. I'm just saying. I think it's good. Try it out. Bone plating, damage block increase, but duration decrease. Move to row 2. Which is fine. I think it is a quite strong rune, as it were, but they are nerfing it, so... Well, kinda. The duration of it has been decreased, so you're not blocking for as long, but you're actually blocking on more. Yeah, I'll take it. Again, right now, the way I'm thinking, this is now row 2, this is row 1. Poppy, Shield Bash, Bone Plating, that's quite strong. Like, that's very tanky. You're taking less damage because you're blocking stuff, and you've got the shield, so you're doing more damage. Damn. They removed that one, so we don't need to go over it. Overgrowth, stacks now grant flat health rather than percent health. At 120 minion and monster deaths, gain a percent health bonus. So if you're just farming, so I guess Nasus, at 120 minions and monster deaths, also gain an additional 2.5% max health. It's not that good. I don't think it's very good, but some people might take it. Kleptomancy now procs off the next 2 basic attacks after using an ability rather than just the first. Wards no longer drop. Wards no longer drop after 20 minutes. So you have to use an ability, and then the next 2 basic attacks will grant 5 gold or something nicer. So it's basically it's a buff. There you go. So yeah. So instead of like you have to use an ability and then your next auto attack could give you something, your next 2 auto attacks could give you something instead of your just next one. It's a buff. Bounties. So this is new. So they've updated bounties anyway to give more gold. So 1 to 3 kills has not been in change. So if you're 3-0, you're still giving 300 gold for a normal kill. At 4 as a bounty. If you kill 4 people without dying, you're going to be giving 400 gold, not 375. If you get 5 people without dying, you'll give 500 gold when you die. 6, 600 gold, and additional kills 100 gold after every single kill from that. I think to a hard cap of 1,000, I think. So this is a completely new system, right? So they are also now implementing a system that if you're just somebody that farms, you also will be building a bounty, which I'm happy about because the people that just farm for like 20 minutes, like NASA's players, right? You're not gaining anything. It's like, oh, what's the point in killing him? We're not getting a bounty. Well, you are now because you get them while farming. If since their last death, a champion has earned 250 more gold from minions and monsters than the enemy's team's average during that time, the bounty increases by 50 gold. Plus another 50 gold for each additional 150 for their team advantage grows thereafter. Whew. So basically, if you're just farming a lot and you're farming more than the enemy team and you're earning more gold than the enemy team, you're going to be building a farm bounty. So, yeah. Also, bounties over 150 gold are now visible on the scoreboard. I like that quite a bit because that adds strategy to the bounty system. Because if someone's got a big bounty, everyone knows it. You're expecting the jungler to go gank that lane, but the jungler could be like, they're going to expect me ganking you. You've got an 800 gold bounty. I'm going to go bot lane instead. They might not expect me going bot lane. It adds a whole, new layer to it, I think. A single kill, by the way, can no longer grant 1,000 total gold to the killer. There's a cap. And any bounty gold past the cap rolls over to the champion's next death. So if you've got a bounty, like you saw here, that, plus 100 gold each time, if you've got a bounty of 2,000 gold, when someone kills you, they'll get 1,000 gold, but then you still got another 1,000 bounty that they can claim, apparently. Okay. Again, I'm just going to go over this a little bit quick because we did go over it in another video. Minimum kill gold minimum gold granted for killing an enemy with 6 has been increased. So, when you killed people and, it was like, oh, what's the point in killing them? They're worth no gold. They've changed it. It's now they're always worth 100 gold for killing a champion. That's nice. Again, that's better than it used to be. I remember getting like, 50 odd gold from somebody. It's like, oh. Teleport, I think this is a massive mistake myself. So now once you press teleport, you no longer can cancel that teleport. So this is going to add a whole nother layer to top lane, that when you're in top lane and you'd say, especially in pro play, oh, my opponent is teleporting, do you want me to cancel his teleport? Because, like, if you say, oh no, let him teleport, he's going to waste it, then the enemy top lane can't cancel it himself. Like, oh, I'm down bot lane. You didn't need me. Damn. Well, I could have cancelled it before. I don't like this. Again, this is just going to increase the popularity of Ignite. But, like, I probably won't take teleport anymore, put it that way. In-game stats panel, aesthetics, we've changed the colours and slightly adjusted several icons to make it look nicer. Cool. Ranked armor is now here, which I guess, I don't know if it's on my thing now. We're updating the banners in the lobby and on your profile to show your highest earned rank from the last season. Hang on. Oh, so this is new. So this border's new. And like we've said before, I like how it moves. Because I was diamond in season 8, my bottom of my banner is diamond. This is from what I think is happening. They haven't done this though. The actual badge. And also, have I got, let's just quickly check as a detour, because if that's out, is Orianna out? Doesn't look like it. Yep, we have not got Victorious Orianna yet, so that's not out yet. Again, it takes some time. But yeah, so they've got that stuff. Again, I'm mixed about it. I think it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. Again, the loading screen will probably show a bit more if they have updated that as well. Game lobbies. We've rewrote the lobby to include your past rank banners to get ready. So while you're in the lobby, which is when you're just inviting people, it'll show that. So if I clicked play and then let's say go solo queue, there you go. So there's my banner again with the diamond at the bottom. So that's what that is. Then let's keep going down. A lot of bug fixes, not going to go through them, and updated skins. We got the really cool Leona alternates. Again, people did point out that is just 100% the Crusader from Diablo. It just looks like it. Coven, Camille, and Lissandra, and we've got the Pajama Party. But there we go. That is patch 8.23, pre-season patch. A lot to go over, a lot of things changing. Overall, I think it's fine. There's nothing that just screams to me, what are you doing? Apart from the teleport change, really. And also the runes. Again, when you've done a whole year of trying to balance the runes without having raw stats, and then you're giving the players raw stats choice, that's just going to be a nightmare to balance, in my opinion, when they haven't really done a great job of it anyway, without that option. So I'm a little bit worried about that. So I hope the teleport change with, again, this is testing, right? So in this patch, I hope that they kind of realize, oh, the teleport change isn't good, and they'll change it back next patch. And then also the rune thing. I think they're a bit too far down the line. I think it has to happen now, but I don't think it's very good. Put it that way. I think you can just get rid of all of it and it'll be fine. But anyway, that's going to be it. If you guys did enjoy, throw a like on the video. Let me know in the comments what you think is good, what you think is bad, what you think was needed and maybe not be in the patch notes. You know, is a certain champion OP? Should they nerf something? Let me know if it didn't make it to the patch notes. But yeah, like, subscribe. See you guys next time.